So, Season 2 of Team Affinity is right along the way. We've been getting some big reveals so far, and today we're going to talk about how you guys can get a huge head start and get these cards soon, and get to playing with them, because after seeing some of them, yeah, you're gonna want these cards. So leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. But first, a quick shout out to Underdog Fantasy, because they've still got a great offer for you. If you guys use my promo code GOMES, you're gonna get a $100 deposit match. You put in 50, they're giving you 50. You put in 100, they're giving you 100. Great offer. Again, it's really been pushing to new territories, new states as it's became legal. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure and check it out and use my promo code GOMES. A new quick reveal notice. We got Kevin Youkilis, Tyler Glass now, perfectly fitting because he's coming back pretty soon. Never heard one person call him the baby giraffe. Maybe he got a baby arm down there, but Steady Eddie, gonna be great for the Swamp Squad. Nasty Nestor, not Nestor the you-know-what, as, who is it, Jim Cott said one time. And then we have Jose Barrios as well, so interesting bunch. Then for the NL West, we've got Mr. Padre, Tony Gwynn. Really curious to see what the kind of power's looking like on him. Max Munchie, he eats fastballs for breakfast. That funky Muncie, baby. Got the horse. See, that's a good name to have. That's going to carry you a long way, Matt. Slick Nick Ahmed. Certainly the one we've all been expecting for the D-backs. And that big fella, that's kind of catching a stray, CJ. Hey, come on, but, you know, it's fitting. So here we are on the game, answered a few questions. No, Team Affinity Season 1 is not gonna just Thanos snap away. It's not going anywhere. So again, if you're not completely done like myself, you will have time to catch up. Now, granted, these missions do say Season 1 eligible players for these teams, so I'm not sure if you have to use set 1, because technically Season 1 eligible would be core, set 1, and then I don't know if set 2 is going to count for this, but big point is you can still finish it. Programs are going to work basically the exact same way. I'm guessing that you're going to need to get up to 60,000 Team Affinity points to get your first incognito card right there. And there's some ways to do it for sure. They're going to put out a showdown. They're going to do a conquest. Stuff that you should be doing for sure because it's good points. The showdown, that's 15K. But if you want to get a head start that you can do right now, so once the drops, once the new Team Affinity, once the new season comes in on Friday, you can basically get it done right away to your first card. It's March to October. Let's talk about it right here. So MTO is back, and it works really well again this year. Now, it's working a bit different than previous years because last year we didn't have a separate Team Affinity program. It was the entire featured program at that given month. Right now, Team Affinity is its own entity, back to how it used to be. So it's going to work like this. If you put in a March to October run for a National League East team like the Braves, I don't know why you would, but the Nationals, you're going to earn progress for just the NL East. You're not going to get progress for every single team, but it is really good progress. You look at something like veteran difficulty, if you crunch the numbers, veteran difficulty might as well be beginner. When you're playing the CPU, you would have a hard time losing against these guys. 14,000, 28,000, 38. That's going to get you to about 45. In total on veteran difficulty, you're going to earn about 60,000 Team Affinity points, which is going to get you to your first player that you can finish, I don't know, within 2 hours after it drops if you follow this method right here. So what you're going to want to do is obviously load up a March to October. I've done one so far with the New York Yankees, my favorite team in baseball. And you see we're at about game 82. That means that we're pretty much at the All-Star break. I'm not sure exactly what date we're at currently, but I think it is early part of July. And you want to stop right there because once you get done with the All-Star game, you get graded on your performance. I've yet to lose a game here. It's veteran difficulty, you know. Give me a medal, I guess. Bake me a batch of cookies, please. I'll take them oatmeal raisin. Stop fucking hating on the oatmeal raisin cookies, by the way. They're good. But you'll get your first reward gain, and you're going to get Team Affinity points for that. And then after that, you finish the season, play the postseason. My estimate is that it's going to take, I don't know, about 2.5 hours to finish that once it actually drops on Friday, and boom, you have a card right away. Then you can go directly into Showdown, to Conquest, and you're probably going to get 3 of those cards throughout just playing these 3 modes, which you can easily do in that same night or that same weekend and get a huge jump start. So very, very good thing that you guys should be doing. A couple notes from March to October is you will get stuff like player boost. You can trade for players. I don't think you really need to be doing all that because it's just more time that you have to spend. Pretty much the gist of it is you score a couple runs, like that moment with the Cardinals. I'm going to get 1 or 2 runs and bunt through, pitch. It's veteran difficulty. I think I've given up maybe 2 runs all season so far, and it's just because they had bases loaded, 1 man out, and they hit a single like 75-mile-an-hour exit velo through the middle. You know, I'm so bad. But March to October, you do want to pick the best teams. There's no brownie points. I don't think anybody's going to suck your dick for doing the Pirates. Should not be long shots anymore. They do not do roster updates for MTO, so you want to go with the favorites, and then, so if you're doing the AL East, the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the NL East, or the Braves. Mind you, we've seen the AL East and the National League West Team Affinity rewards. You can start to map out what cards you want. If you liked a lot of those American League East cards, I think it's a great idea to go ahead and do that. So I'm probably going to try and get 1 more done, and I think I'm going to take a flyer because little birdie, little leak told us that we're going to be getting a Jacob deGrom, assumedly in Team Affinity. So veteran All-Star difficulty, probably one of those 2. All-Star difficulty is going to net you a couple more points. Legend nets you the most, but it's not really worth it because you want to guarantee that you get the top-end reward gate so you earn the most points. I think All-Star veteran difficulty is just fine. And yeah, I want to say when I played it the other day up until about the All-Star break, it took me, I don't know, like an hour and a half trying to speed through it again, scoring a couple runs over what they've got, then pitching through it, and it's been pretty good. So if you want to count that as 3.5, 4 hours to get like 60, 75,000 if you do like All-Star difficulty for the Team Affinity, that is really, really good, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, you basically just want to play yours now, and then once Friday hits, you get that reward gate right away, and then you're going to go earn Team Affinity progress. So very simple, very clean. Highly recommend that you guys go ahead and do that right there. Afterwards, as I mentioned, Showdown, Conquest, very, very good. Conquest is going to bore you to sleep, but it's going to get you 25K for both the American League Central and the National League Central, the AL East, the NL East, and vice versa. So it really gets you 50,000 Team Affinity points for playing 10 games. So that's great, but if you can super speed the process and do this ahead of time with March to October, you absolutely should. So it's going to get you great progress to getting those really good diamond cards right there. You're going to get new captains that are hopefully going to be a lot more viable now because we're seeing so many new cards be dropped into the game. So after you do MTO, I think those things are the best bet. Conquest, you go ahead and do the Showdown. And when you do the Conquest, make sure, think smart, not hard. Do the PXP missions with some of the flashback cards, like we got the Team Affinity Diamonds. I'm not sure if we're getting them again, but also the PXP missions. Stack your team full of 1 team, you know, stack it full of Marlins to get National League East progress, and it's going to get you a lot quicker to your goal of finishing out and getting the cards that you want. So that's the way to do it. Let me know what you guys think about the cards that they revealed today. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, March to October is actually a kind of fun mode to play, especially if you do your favorite team. If you play veteran difficulty, sure. Royals fans, you can do just fine, I'm sure of it. So leave a like if you all enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good one.